Back to reality, my friends. This is what we're used to. And I'm smiling, but it's only because I don't want to cry.
Like I said, I mean, I was dealing with it, Drake was dealing with it, and it is what it is. So you can't really make an excuse for it.
The Denver Broncos lost this game because Mother Nature actually turned on the home team. It actually turned into home field disadvantage because I don't think Sean Payton saw a blizzard coming.
I don't think the weather can be used as an excuse here. The reason the Broncos lost this game today is because Sean Payton lost this game. Got greedy early in the game, decided to go for it on 4th and 1 instead of taking the points when it was perfect conditions, and then 2 missed field goals by Will Lutz, and that's the story of it. The margin for error in these games are so small. You cannot afford to miss field goals. You cannot afford to not get first downs, and you cannot afford to call 8 screen passes that just don't get.
It was a hard-fought game, and we didn't do enough to win it.
So here's what went down in Denver. The Broncos just watched their championship hopes get buried under a mountain of snow and regret. And the aftermath? Well, backup quarterback Jarrett Stidham dropped some comments that have the entire NFL world losing their minds right now. You just can't really make an excuse for it, he said. That line right there is everything.
I mean, yeah, anytime there's conditions, there's, certainly, but like I said, I was dealing with it, Drake was dealing with it, and it is what it is. So you can't really make an excuse for it.
The final score tells the whole story. 10-7. The New England Patriots punched their ticket to Super Bowl number 12, while Denver gets to spend the offseason thinking about what might have been. But here's the thing that's got everyone going completely ballistic on every social platform. It's not even the loss itself. It's what Stidham said afterward that has people absolutely fired up beyond belief.
I don't think the weather can be used as an excuse here. The reason the Broncos lost this game today is because Sean Payton lost this game. Got greedy early in the game, decided to go for it on 4th and 1 instead of taking the points when it was perfect conditions, and then 2 missed field goals by Will Lutz, and that's the story of it. The margin for error in these games are...
Picture this scene. Stidham walks up to those microphones, still wearing his game gear, probably still processing that crushing defeat, and delivers something that instantly breaks the internet. Reporters hit him with questions about those second-half conditions that transformed Mile High into some kind of winter wonderland nightmare. His response? No excuses. No finger-pointing. No blaming the weather gods.
It just felt like, man, we had momentum to get up 14. It felt like we had a good call.
Now here's where things get really wild. On paper, that sounds like textbook professionalism from a backup who just lived through the biggest heartbreak of his career, right? Think again, because what's making NFL social media explode right now is everything Stidham didn't say. 0 mentions of Sean Payton's questionable choices. Complete silence about that 4th down gamble that could have put Denver up double digits. Not one word about play calling that turned more cautious than your grandmother's driving in the final 30 minutes. That deafening silence, that's the real story here.
And in that play in the first half, it's a 4th and long 1 situation. You have your backup quarterback in the game started in Jarrett Stidham. Your offense running the football has been horrible, to say the least. And if you're going to go for it there, Pat P, you got to have a great call.
Let's back this train up and break down what actually went down. Because understanding the game makes Stidham's words hit completely different. Denver owned the first 2 quarters. They were sitting pretty at 7-0. Momentum was theirs. Their defense was making Drake May look like he'd never seen a football before. Everything was clicking perfectly. Then came the moment that'll give Sean Payton cold sweats for the rest of his coaching career. 4th and goal from the 14-yard line. 7-point lead, 9 minutes left in the half. Common sense says kick the chip shot field goal. Go up 10. Put New England in panic mode. But Payton decided to roll the dice.
He did. Yeah, we talked in the locker room, as soon as I came in, and yeah, had a good little combo. I'll keep that private, but yeah, he was supportive all week, and he's an incredible human, incredible teammate, and yeah, very lucky to have him here.
They took the gamble. Stidham's throw sailed incomplete, 0 points added. Just like that, everything shifted. When that blizzard rolled in after halftime, and we're talking about can't see your hand in front of your face conditions, those 3 missing points became the difference between Super Bowl dreams and February disappointment. Even the broadcast team couldn't hide their shock. One analyst straight up roasted the head coach in a way that probably had Payton reaching for the mute button wherever he was dissecting the film.
There's always regrets, you know. Yeah, I mean, look, I felt like, you know, here we are, 4th and 1. We felt close enough that, and it's also a call you make based on the team you're playing and how what you're watching on the other side of the ball. So yeah, there'll always be second thoughts.
You've got to believe in the call you make, but believing and executing are 2 different animals. Denver's second half offensive performance was absolutely painful to witness. 3 and out became their signature move, drive after drive, ending in disappointment. The same unit that looked unstoppable early completely vanished once the snow started coming down sideways. 4th down conversions, 4 out of 14. That's championship game poison. Snow or no snow.
I think for the Denver Broncos, just utilizing the athleticism that Jarrett Stidham had, because that was the deciding factor for the Patriots in winning this ball game. Because when you look at the game and look at the box score, Drake May didn't blow you away with his passing arsenal. But what he did was he became a difference maker in the running game.
While Stidham was delivering his diplomatic post-game responses, the rest of the football universe went nuclear. Analysts torched Sean Payton's game management. Former stars questioned every conservative call in the final 30 minutes. Fans everywhere pointed out that with Bo Nix healthy, this contest probably gets decided way before the 4th quarter drama. Meanwhile, Stidham just stayed in professional mode. Maybe too professional. When reporters pushed him about what Bo Nix said to him after everything ended, Stidham dodged like he was still avoiding pass rushers. That's staying between us. 5 words that launched 1,000 conspiracy theories. What did Bo actually tell him? Was it encouragement? Frustration? Did Nick spend the game watching his backup struggle and wondering what he could have done with his legs the way Drake May did for New England? Because that's the other layer of this saga that makes Stidham's comments so intriguing. May wasn't lighting up the passing charts with his 86 yards through the air, but he racked up 65 rushing yards on 10 attempts. Those scrambles were game changers. Every crucial 3rd down, May created magic with his mobility. He extended possessions. He manufactured yards from thin air. He did everything Bo Nix had been doing for Denver throughout their incredible season. The difference couldn't be more obvious. Stidham operates from the pocket exclusively. When throwing became nearly impossible in the second half, that lack of scrambling ability proved costly. Multiple experts noted that Nix's improvisation skills could have completely altered this game's trajectory. But Stidham never acknowledged any of that reality. No comments about missing Bo's athleticism. No admission about the challenge of watching your starter from the press box. Just everyone faced identical conditions and moved on. That response has the entire NFL fan base split down the middle. The numbers crowd is having Christmas morning with this contest because here's the reality about that 4th down choice. Analytics actually backed going for it in that moment. 4th and short from scoring range with a touchdown lead. Most computer models scream, go for the throat, make it 14-0. But algorithms don't factor in blizzard warnings. They don't account for backup quarterbacks making their first start in 24 months. They definitely don't predict Mother Nature turning the second half into a war of field position and punt coverage. Even Sean Payton seemed to grasp the weight of his gamble during his own media session. Second guessing is inevitable. That's coaching code for yeah. The field goal was probably the right call. At least Payton owned his decision. At least he admitted it might follow him around. Stidham wouldn't even go there. Meanwhile, New England is celebrating their 12th Super Bowl berth in franchise history. Mike Vrabel in year 1 as head coach just accomplished what takes most coaches entire decades to achieve. This turnaround is absolutely mind-blowing. We're talking about a team that managed 8 total wins across the previous 2 seasons. 8. Now they're 60 minutes from a championship. Drake May becomes the second youngest quarterback to start a Super Bowl. The Tom Brady comparisons from his second season title run are already everywhere. The Patriots dynasty might be getting a complete reboot using the exact same blueprint from 20 years ago. Young quarterback winning in miserable weather during playoff time. Nobody's missing that irony. The complete picture of Denver's situation makes everything even more complicated. They didn't just lose their starting quarterback. Their starting running back, J.K. Dobbins, was sidelined too. The offense was already compromised before the first snowflake fell. Yet they still created multiple opportunities to steal this game. Will Lutz pushed one field goal wide right, then watched another one get blocked completely. Those mistakes aren't on Stidham. They're not even really on Payton. Sometimes the football universe just works against you. Sometimes the margins get so razor thin that one blocked kick, one missed chance, one fourth down roll of the dice gone wrong sends you home empty-handed instead of to the biggest stage. That's championship football brutality. Error margins shrink to microscopic levels. When you're rolling with a backup against the most successful Super Bowl franchise in history, you can't give away scoring chances. You can't get too clever. Every opportunity has to count. Denver failed that test. They gambled and lost. Now Jarrett Stidham represents that failure, whether it's fair or not. Does Stidham think Payton made the wrong call? Absolutely. Does he believe Bo Nix changes this outcome completely? Without question. Is he frustrated watching the offense disappear in the second half? Obviously, but he'll never say those things publicly because that's not how professionals handle defeat. Professionals don't destroy coaches or teammates in front of cameras after losses. The real question is whether they should. In today's world where being real gets rewarded and fake gets punished, maybe the traditional take the high road strategy is outdated. Maybe fans actually want quarterbacks admitting, yeah, we should have taken the 3 points. Or, we really missed Bo's magic. Or the play calling got way too safe. But NFL culture doesn't work that way. Players aren't trained to handle these moments with brutal honesty. Stidham might not have started in 2 years, but he understands the game completely. Denver's season just ended. Their Super Bowl dreams turned to dust. Instead of celebrating an amazing transformation from nobodies to contenders, everyone's focused on missed opportunities and haunting decisions. New England moves forward. Mike Vrabel sits one victory from coaching immortality. Drake May is about to become a household name. Denver gets left behind wondering what happens if they just take those 3 points when the moment presented itself.